Thanks for having me.
We asked our Facebook followers, what do you want to know about Robert Delong? So, I have some couple of questions here.
Cool.
Your new album, or your debut album, the cards will be released here in September.
Yep, yeah.
Well, what can you tell us about the album so far?
It is I think it's my debut album in Germany, because my first album was never released here, Just Movement.
Okay.
But compared to that, it's a little bit different. It's not as it's still sort of kind of this hybrid thing of dance music mixed with kind of indie rock songwriting, mixed with kind of strange pop, and it's kind of all over the place. Very eclectic. I have things that are very slow, almost R&B jams, to kind of fast, almost drum and bass stuff. But it's all very songwriter oriented, and it's kind of a cool thematic sort of album. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great.
We will hear it in September.
Yeah.
What are your songs about?
My songs are about a lot of different things. I think, a lot of my songs kind of deal with, I guess, themes of kind of identity and understanding, I guess, how, I guess, to deal with basic things like, life, death. I don't write a lot of songs about relationships. But they're kind of all over the place. I write a lot of songs that revolve around, I guess, dealing with religion and things like that. I grew up in a very conservative family and kind of came out of that, so it's kind of a strange, I guess, going through that kind of stuff a lot.
Okay. What was the best moment, or was there a special moment for you during the recording of the new album?
I mean, a lot of great moments. Recording is it's an interesting process. It'll be days of working on a song where it's just work, a lot of work, and really hard. And then you'll have one day when you're working on the song, it's just amazing, and you'll kind of break through and really something really cool happen. And I think I've had a few really cool moments. When we were recording strings for the very last song of the album, I have kind of a string quartet that plays over it. And that was, I thought, really, really fun and interesting, and it was cool to kind of hear my vision come together. I'd written all these string parts out, but I'd never heard, how it was going to sound. It was cool to hear that it actually sounded good.
Who are your musical heroes, and who would you like to collaborate with?
Ooh, yeah. One of my favorite musician producers of all time is Brian Eno. Big fan of Brian Eno, and kind of just because he's done so many different things and kind of explored a really wide range of genres. So obviously he's like, one of my favorites, and kind of a dream collaboration. Flume right now is somebody I really like. Flume's an Australian electronic artist, and I'd love to collaborate with him. I feel like I draw a lot from the way he produces, especially beats, and kind of infuses electronic sounds in a very kind of cool, funky, organic way. Yeah.
Okay. Your most embarrassing moment?
Ooh. I don't know what my most embarrassing moment in general would be, but I've had a few moments on stage that were a little embarrassing. One time we had we were in Phoenix, Arizona, and I had a Justin Bieber piñata. You know, piñata, like, and I threw it out in the audience, and it really just didn't go over well. I thought it'd be funny or like ironic or something, and it was a very young audience, and they just didn't know what to do with it. They just looked at it, and so they handed it back to me.
Okay. And why don't you like Justin Bieber?
Why don't I like? I don't dislike Justin Bieber or anything.
That is not an official question. Okay, a question you'd like to answer but never been asked in an interview.
Ooh. No one's ever asked me what my favorite Star Trek character is.
I want to know it.
Well, probably Data. Data's, I think, one of the most interesting characters, because he's, a robot trying to figure out how to be a human, and in doing so, I think is kind of the most human character in a lot of ways. Also, I think Brent Spiner's one of the better actors in Star Trek. So
your favorite Star Trek is the Next Generation series?
Probably, yeah. There's so many great episodes, and Patrick Stewart and Brent Spiner are so great. So.
True, I agree. What was the naughtiest thing you've done as a kid?
Ooh, naughtiest thing I've done as a kid. It's hard to say. I was actually a pretty good kid. Apparently when I was 3 years old, I had a bad habit of breaking glass tables, though. I'd go around with hammers and break glass tables. I don't know why.
Okay. Do you have a vision for your life? Well, obviously you have one, but what's the vision for your life?
You know, it's funny. Even doing music, you know, I've never really had like a strong sense of like goals that I've wanted. I've just always worked really hard at things I liked, and you know, I'll have a vision for a musical project, and I'll try to follow through with it, and then you know, later that will take me somewhere. But I think, you know, generally what I want to do is keep doing what I'm doing, performing, creating music, and then, you know, when I get too old to perform, if that ever happens, you know, just kind of get into more the producing and recording side, you know, working with other artists. And I've kind of done that a little bit, and I've always really enjoyed that. So yeah, but I mean, I love performing, and I love traveling, and I love playing music for people. So if I can keep doing that.
Now I'm curious, what would you do if you're not would be a musician?
Ooh, yeah.
What job would you do?
I don't know. I mean, I've done music for so long. I don't know if I'd be good at anything else at this point. But you know, growing up, I always wanted to be a scientist, like a physicist or something. But you know, it might be a little bit too late now. It takes a lot of schooling to get there.
How old are you?
Yeah, 29. So.
Oh. You still have time. So, are you a big fan of Big Bang Theory?
The show?
Yeah.
You know, I've never really watched it. I don't really watch much television. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, besides Star Trek.
Okay. If there is one thing that we should know about you, what would it be?
You know that. I don't know. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I love music. I like running. I don't know.
Running, like jogging?
Yeah, jogging. Yeah.
Okay, not my thing.
I love drinking beer.
Everybody tries to force me to go jogging at the moment. No. Okay. How would you survive the zombie apocalypse?
Ooh, how would I?
Difficult word.
Zombie apocalypse. I would.
Yes.
I try to, you know, if I could get off the planet or go to Australia. Australia seems nice.
So you think there are no zombies in Australia?
Well, I mean, if the zombie apocalypse breaks out on in mainland Europe, I feel like Australia's far enough away that
Okay.
might be okay.